In a peaceful African country, at a university known for its strong community spirit, 9 students prepared to go home for the Christmas holiday. They were from different tribes and backgrounds, but all yearned for the warmth of family gatherings, shared meals, and traditional songs by the fireside. We see 9 students waiting at a bus stand outside the campus. The old bus painted in fading blue and white awaits them. The driver, Mr. Lotto, checks the engine. Together, these 9 students boarded the old bus, excited to return home for the Christmas festivities. They trusted the familiar route. The sun was bright and merciful that day, birds singing in the trees, and the air filled with hope. The bus rumbles out of the campus gates, students waving goodbye to friends staying behind. Inside, the group chatters happily, Quain grinning, "Home at last! I can almost taste my mother's cooking. Jollof rice, fried plantains." I-Fi checking her watch. "We must reach the main town by dusk." "Driver, how long is the journey?" Mr. Lotto calmly, "About 6 hours. We'll stop at a small town for a break. Relax, enjoy the ride." Zainab leaning forward, "I've heard rumors of trouble on these roads. Are we safe?" Mr. Lotto firm, "Don't worry. I've driven this route many times. Just stay alert and trust me." The bus winds through dusty roads, passing fields of maize and cassava, children waving from the roadside, and small markets where traders sell roasted peanuts and fruit. For hours, they traveled peacefully. Yet, fate had a test in store for them. Far ahead, in a remote stretch of road, lurked danger. A band of kidnappers had set a trap to ensnare unsuspecting travelers. Late afternoon, sun casts long shadows. The bus approaches a lonely stretch of road, flanked by dense bush. Suddenly, the driver spots something ahead, a car parked awkwardly, smoke rising from its engine hood. Mr. Lotto slowing down. Strange. A stranded car. It might need help, or it could be a trap. "Stay inside, everyone." The students peer out anxiously. The driver honks gently, hoping to see if anyone signals for help. Instead, 2 men emerge from behind the car, waving frantically. Sani frowning, "Should we trust them?" Adana softly, "We must be careful, but we can't abandon someone in need, especially during Christmas." Madhu, "Let's at least see what they want, but keep the doors locked." The driver stops a few meters away, window rolled down just enough to speak. "Mr. Lotto, good evening. Having engine trouble?" In a flash, the 2 men lift rifles from behind the car. Before Mr. Lotto can react, more armed men jump out from the bushes on both sides of the road. The students scream in terror. Kidnapper 1 harshly, out of the bus. "All of you, now!" Amalara voice trembling. "Oh no, we've fallen into a trap." The cheerful journey turned nightmarish in an instant. The kidnappers were well prepared. Within minutes, the students and their driver found themselves forced from the bus, their belongings scattered, hearts pounding with fear. They are marched off the road into the thick bush. The forest is silent except for rustling leaves and the students' muffled sobs. The kidnappers tie their hands, pushing them along a narrow path. Eventually, they reach a hidden camp, crude tents, a fire pit, and old barrels. It smells of sweat and fear. Zainab whispering to I-Fi, "Stay calm. We must keep our wits about us." I-fi stifling tears. YS. We just wanted to go home. Kidnapper to shouting. Quiet. Sit here and don't move. The students gather close, trembling, clinging to each other for comfort. Night descends, and with it, their terror grows. In the darkness of that camp, 9 young lives hung in the balance. The kidnappers seemed ruthless, driven by greed. The students realized they might be held for ransom, but who would pay? Their families were not rich. Under dim moonlight, guarded by armed men, the students huddled together. They whisper softly, careful not to be heard. Adana calming voice, we must not give up hope. We are alive. As long as we stay united, we can find a way out. Yusuf, yes, united. Let's pray. Let's ask for guidance and courage. Some students nod, bowing their heads silently, each praying in their own way. The tension in the air is thick. Quaim softly, we must understand their motive. If it's ransom, they might send one of us back with a message. If it's something else, we need to be ready to escape. Been too tearful. I'm scared. I've never faced anything like this. Madhu, none of us have. But fear can either paralyze us or push us to be brave. Let's choose bravery. Thus, in a hushed circle, fear and faith collided. The students leaned on their shared strength, uncertain what the next day would bring. Morning light filters through the trees. The kidnappers awaken the students roughly, shouting orders. Kidnapper 1. You will write to your families. Tell them we want money. If they pay, you live. If not, well, let's hope they love you enough. They thrust scraps of paper and a pencil at Zainab, who they guess can write well since she spoke confidently before. Zainab trembling but controlled. Our families are not wealthy. We are students. Where will they find such money? Kidnapper to snarling. Not our problem. Right. Zainab tries to write a note. Meanwhile, I-Fi observes the surroundings, noticing a loose rope on one side of the camp, a rusted machete leaning against the barrel. I-Fi whispering to Adana, if we create a distraction, maybe we can escape at night. The camp has few guards, and they seem disorganized. Adana, yes, but we must be careful. If we fail, they might hurt us. Later that day, the kidnappers argue among themselves. It seems they are part of a small gang without a strong leader. Some want to move the students deeper into the forest. Others want to stay put and wait for ransom responses. Sani quietly to Yusuf. Division among them could be our chance. If they start fighting, we run. Yusuf nodding, agreed. We must wait for the right moment. Let's use what we have, our voices. Maybe a sudden move to scatter them. Amalara softly singing a hymn. When fear surrounds, faith can guide us. The gentle melody calms the group, strengthening their resolve. As the afternoon shadows lengthened, hope sparked among the captives. They realized that their unity and faith were powerful tools. They refused to see themselves as helpless victims. They were students, quick thinkers, resilient, and young enough to fight for their lives. The kidnappers, tired and frustrated, posed only to guards that night. The others drink palm wine and argue under a makeshift shelter. Adana very quietly. To the group, we must be silent as the wind. First, we free our hands. Yesterday I noticed the ropes were tied hastily. She demonstrates loosening a knot with careful twists. Soon, each student works at their rope, Quaim flexing freed wrists. When I give the signal, we rush them. Some of us will grab the machete, others push the barrels to cause confusion. Bin 2. I'll stay close to Amalara. I'm not strong, but I can guide her through the bush. Madhu, I'll help guard anyone who can't move fast. We must stick together. Zainab firm. Remember, no matter what, we run towards the road we came from. The moon is bright enough to guide us. I-Fi voice steadier now. We've got this. Keep faith. Deep in the night, the kidnappers doze off. 2 guards stand at opposite ends of the camp, bored and half asleep. The students silently rise. Quaim nods to Adana, and Adana to I-Fi. In one fluid motion, Quaim tips over a large barrel. It crashes loudly, startling the guards. Guard 1. What? Before he can finish, Yusuf throws a handful of sand at the guard's eyes. The guard stumbles, blinded. Sani rushes in, grabbing the machete and cutting a path through vines blocking their escape route. Guard 2 shouting, "They're escaping! Stop them!" Chaos erupts. The kidnappers scramble for their weapons, but in the confusion of darkness and overturned barrels, they trip and shout at each other. The students dart into the bush, holding hands in pairs to stay together. Madhu breathing hard, "Keep going. Don't look back." Amalara tears of relief, "We're getting away." The forest floor, once terrifying, now felt like a path to salvation. The students ran, hearts pounding, guided by their shared determination. Behind them, the kidnappers fired a shot into the night sky, but the students were already too far, hidden by thick foliage. After what feels like hours, the students stumble onto a dirt road dimly lit by moonlight. They collapse, catching their breath, checking if everyone is safe. Bin 2 counting. 1, 2, 9. We are all here. Thank the ancestors. We are safe. Adana kneeling, praying softly. Great spirits, thank you for guiding us. Mama always said faith and courage would prevail. I-Fi listening. Quiet. I hear a vehicle coming. A faint rumble, then headlights. The students wave desperately. An old truck approaches, carrying a family traveling late to the next village. Family driver shocked. Children, what are you doing out here at this hour? Are you hurt? Zainab, we were kidnapped. Please, we need help and the police. The family quickly takes them aboard, offering water and food. The students share their terrifying story. Soon they reach a small police outpost near a larger town. At the outpost, under harsh fluorescent lights, the students give their statements. The local police chief, a stern woman with a weathered face, listens intently. Police chief, we have had reports of kidnappers in this region. You are brave and lucky to have escaped. We'll send a patrol to track them down. Sani tired but grateful. Thank you, madam. We just want to go home. Quaim to the group. We must inform our families that we are safe. They must be worried. At that moment, relief washed over them. They had survived the unimaginable. Their unity and faith had saved them. In the midst of terror, they discovered courage they never knew they had. A few days later, after rest, care, and sending news to their families, the students continue their journey, this time escorted by local police to ensure safety. They arrive in their hometowns, where waiting families embrace them with tears and laughter. Adana's mother weeping, holding her child tightly. "I thought I lost you, my dear. Thank heaven you are safe." Adana smiling through tears. "I learned a harsh lesson, Mama. The world can be dangerous, but with caution, unity, and faith, we overcame." We see each student reunited with loved ones, the spirit of Christmas more poignant now. They appreciate the value of life, family, and the protective wisdom of elders. The kidnappers were eventually caught, thanks to the descriptions and clues the students provided. Justice was served, but the true heart of this tale lies in the students' resilience and the strength they found in each other. They discovered that caution in a world of uncertainties is necessary, and faith can guide one through the darkest nights. A montage. The 9 friends meet at a small Christmas gathering. Lamps flicker on a wooden table. They share a simple meal, remembering their ordeal and giving thanks for their freedom and unity. Amalara lifting her cup to our friendship, our survival, and the grace that led us home. Ifi smiling to never taking freedom for granted. Zainab to wisdom, caution, and faith. They clink their cups gently. Outside, distant drumming and singing fill the night air. Quiet village lit by moonlight, safe and peaceful once again. And so, this African folktale teaches us, even in the face of terrifying dangers, the human spirit can prevail. With unity, bravery, and faith, darkness can be overcome, and the light of Christmas and family can shine brighter than ever. Moral of the story: be cautious in a world full of hidden traps. Faith, unity, and courage can guide you through dire circumstances. And when you value each other's strengths, even the fiercest darkness cannot extinguish your hope.